Hi everybody. On behalf of Studio Players, we'd like to thank everybody who's donated so far for our GoFundMe campaign to replace the heating system here at Studio Players. Thank you so much for the generous support. A lot of people have asked us, hey, could you tell us a little bit more about the building and the history and what makes Studio Players such a special place? Studio Players has been around since 1937. You can see right here the founder's picture, Jane Paul, right here, prominently displayed in our lobby. She's really the lady who kicked it off here at Studio Players. The building that we're standing in is what we call the old building. It started out in life as a watch factory built at the turn of the 20th century, and then Studio Players obtained the building in 1937 due to the really legwork of one of our longtime members, Alan Delanoy. His wife Molly is actually still a member here at Studio Players. So the old building, which is what I'm standing in right now, houses our box office, our lobby, and then the seats where the audience sits. Also has our kitchen where our refreshments are sold from, and then upstairs over our heads it houses our costume rooms, our lighting shop, and it also houses the area where people control the lights and sounds during the show. Interesting fact, the seats when we first acquired the building didn't face forward, which I'll get to in a minute. Instead, they faced the wall that I currently have right in front of you. We used to have a really tiny stage. We only had one building and the seats were all facing, just imagine flipping it 90 degrees in your head. That's the space we had. Well, at around 1975 or so, we realized we needed more space. So what they did is they knocked down the wall that was part of the old building and built another building next to what was the old watch factory. So that's what houses our current stage, is what we affectionately term the new building. And you can see right now is our set for Stage Kiss up here. So if you want to know what the actor perspective looks like, here's what the actors see. And to give you an idea of the room we have, most of our sets take place in this clear area that I'm showing you here. This set for Stage Kiss is on wheels. We could pretty much on any given day build a set behind any one of our sets. What's back here is all sorts of storage for walls, which we call flats, saws. A lot of our shop items are here. You can see there's storage back here for costumes that the actors use during the show. It's really a very large, incredibly functional area. And if I actually even just tilt up and look over our heads, I don't know how well you can see, but there is a fly system here. A lot of you who patronize our children's shows will recognize the drops that come down and are used for shows, things like forests, castles, things like that. Back here is our stage manager's desk. This is where really it's all mission control goes on during any given show. The reason you see lights and sound happening is somebody back here is calling the cues. Now if we come back down around here, this is where everything really gets going with any given production. Down here we have our shop, storage for any number of furniture pieces that we've acquired over the years. Also have building supplies, variety of saws, our paint collection. We also use this area here, as you can see, as a bit of a rehearsal space. We have upwards of 3 productions going on at any time here, so really we use every bit of space really to our best advantage. Putting on the 8 shows that we do a year, 4 of those shows are for children, and 4 of those shows are our main stage productions, comedies, classics, dramas, all there here at Studio. Here is our green room area. This is where our actors wait. And if you want a bit of an orientation, we've just stepped back when we came through that door over there to the left. We stepped back into the old building. So right above my head right now are the seats for the audience. And as I walk this way, here's the culprit. I don't know if you can hear it. It's on its last legs, folks. This is our heating system, parts of which go back to the Depression era, that desperately needs to be replaced. We've had a variety of contractors, commercial contractors that came, highly recommended, look at it, and it is not, sadly, an inexpensive fix. We've done our best to maintain it for the last 75 years, but at a certain point, all things need to be replaced, and that's where we're at today. So, as I continue to walk here through the basement of the old building, you'll see in a minute where we end up. Those of you who have waited for friends in the lobby, here is the door from where the actors emerge. So again, on behalf of Studio Players, we'd really like to thank each and every one of you who have donated. On behalf of Essex Youth Theater, who has been here in our building for over 2 decades, again, we would like to thank you. If you haven't contributed yet, please, we encourage you to do so. No donation is still too small. Even just $10 helps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we hope to be here providing another 75 years of great community theater at an affordable price in Upper Montclair.